Out of all the albums you've put out, this one is your most recent one. Also one, I think, from what I've heard so far, you're having a chance to have a lot of fun with, experimenting with sound. What does this album mean to you?
It's a very electronic album, dance-oriented, club-oriented. I want people to have fun with it, forget about the troubles, forget about the crisis, forget about everything for a minute, at least while they listen to music. I mean, if I can contribute to that as an artist, I will feel completely satisfied, you know, and fulfilled.
Before you stepped into the studio with these wonderful producers, did you have it in your head of the sort of music, the sort of sound that you wanted to create? Or was that a developing thing that you did with the producers as well?
You know, you never know the final destination of a creative project. At first you're standing in front of a white canvas, and that's the scariest thing on earth. You don't know if you're going to be able to do justice to the gifts that you have been given, or if you're going to be able to present the public something decent, you know, or you have just a huge question mark in front of you, and it's just frightening. But from the beginning, from the very beginning of the project, I knew that I wanted an album that was that had a lot more to do with the electronica, that was more, I would say, that would have a bigger bottom end.
Explain bigger bottom end.
Bottom end, you know,
right.
bassier.
Gotcha.
You know, I want a bassier album with, I don't know, harder sounds. I wanted the beats to be very solid. I wanted to build a solid foundation.
Right.
You know, starting from the beats, and from there I would, you know, do the rest. I would cook with the other elements and bring the other flavors from other cultures, which is something I always liked, you know, playing with the fusion. So I brought a little bit of dance hall and a little bit of Colombian and Indian and Middle Eastern and African, and all of those ingredients are there in this big pot. But yeah, the bottom end is definitely something I wanted for this album. I've been working on this project for over a year in the Bahamas. Actually in 2 projects, my English album and also my Spanish album, which will come out next year. So I was just so ready, you know, ready to go, ready to present new music to my fans and to the public, and I'm just very excited.
Let's talk about the recording process. What was it like recording in the Bahamas? And you also picked some great producers for this album as well. Let's talk about them.
Yeah, I had the chance to collaborate with Pharrell, who's really great, you know, very fast in the studio.
Really?
Really, yeah, very fast.
Fast how?
Yeah, like he comes up with ideas and he executes them immediately. It's really cool because I am a little slower in the studio, and he's the man with the big strokes, you know, and he really comes up with great ideas, and it was a great synergy. I learned a lot from him.
What did he give to you? Like, what did he bring to the dynamic?
It's hard to split the responsibilities or to distribute the tasks, because you know, it's like a marriage. How do you say exactly who raises the kids? Really, both do.
Right.
You know, mother and dad, if they're together, of course, they both raise the kids. And the same happens in the studio. You are feeding a song. You're seeing it grow. You're making it turn into something great, or I hope that you guys consider it is great. But I'm really happy with the outcome. As I was saying before, I collaborated with Pharrell, also with John Hill, and also with Wyclef.
Okay,
We wrote, yeah, one more time. We wrote a couple of things together. You know, it's just great to work with.
What's that
him.
like
He's a
working
great
with
friend.
someone, you know, who's a close friend who you've worked with before? What's it like going back into the studio with him?
It's even more fun, you know, because when we first did Hips Don't Lie, we barely knew each other, you know. We built our rapport there in the studio, but now we're really close friends, and he's just a lot of fun. And someone who I feel I have a lot in common with.
What do you have in common? What do you have in common with Wyclef Jean?
Well, we both grew up in the developing world. We both have been very close to, another kind of reality, you know, extreme poverty, people who don't have a chance to educate, to get an access to an education or even fulfilling their basic needs, you know. And we both share the same visions and the same views about the world and what we can all do to you know, in our own small ways to change that. So that is a recurrent topic of conversation between him and I.
The first taste of the bottom end that we got was She-Wolf. We've seen a little bit of the video. I've heard the song, fantastic song. Talk to me about and it's also the title of the album.
Yes.
Okay, we need a definition. What is a she-wolf?
A she-wolf is the woman at daytime and the animal at night. You know, she is a woman who knows what she wants. She goes for it, and she's in touch with her most subconscious desires, and she satisfies them, and she defends her freedom and her liberties, and you know, and she does it with her teeth and claws like a wild animal.
Okay. Like a wolf.
Like a wolf.
Is that you saying that if you were any animal in the world, you would be a wolf?
For this season, yeah.
Fine, it works for me. We saw, you know, I've only seen a little bit of the video so far. I know Jake Nava directed it.
Yes,
great
he
director.
Great.
Is it true?
Of course, he's English.
Of
English
course he is,
too,
so I'm very
he's
biased.
great, of
But he's also very good as well.
No, he's very nice.
Did he put you on a studio set with live wolves?
He did.
Did he really?
Actually, yeah, he did. There were one of these wolves that wasn't amicable at all. You know, he was very a little bit of an antisocial wolf.
Antisocial wolf.
Yeah. The other one was a little bit more manageable, but it was all fine.
Now, explain to me.
I think I was the most dangerous wolf of all of them.
I believe that. With the new album, I want to talk about new image and the importance of reinventing an image. Is it hugely important to you? I know musically you like to try new things every time. Image-wise, how important is the image and how important is it to reinvent an image?
I think it has to happen naturally and organically. I don't think too much about it. I don't get too cerebral about it. I just follow my instincts, you know. And this time around, I felt that I had to blow dry my hair, for example.
Right.
Yeah. So let's start from that. Let's get a blow dryer.
And
you know,
that's
no
as
more
simple
curls
as it is.
to start with. So I'm like, now it's just all about the blow drying and crunching the hair like this, and
the volume.
I'm ready.
You look ready. So apart from the blow dryer, we feel that we studied your dance moves a lot. Are we going to see a whole new set? You're about, you know, you got a tour coming up.
I got
a
new
lot more
moves.
videos. How do you have
moves.
more moves? I figured that you know, I've seen all the moves so far. Are there really more moves?
They are. Yeah, they are.
And how do you come up with these new moves?
I don't know. The music sort of dictates them to me. I don't have to try too hard. I do get get sessions by myself. You know, I set up a camera on a tripod, and I put the music on, and I just start dancing and moving, and whatever comes out, that's what, you know, I try to recapture again for my videos and so on. And sometimes I work with other choreographers who help me put together the whole, you know, all those moves that organically and spontaneously came out of me. But yeah, I think that every song has the moves within it, you know, just like the rock has the shape of the sculpture.
Right.
Within the rock, you just have to go find it. It's the same.
Nicely put.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got me inspired.
I have to bring a hugely popular thing at MTV is Twilight. I don't know whether you've come across this. Do you really love Twilight, or are you just saying that because you know millions of people will love you for loving Twilight?
No, I love Twilight.
What do you love about Twilight?
I love Twilight. I can't say what I love about Twilight.
Why can't you say? Does the first name begin with Robert and the second name end with Pattinson?
No, I'm too old. I can't say those.
Of course you can.
No.
It's a movie. It's
How old
Hollywood.
is he? Like 23, 24?
He's old enough.
Anyway, you're getting me in trouble too, eh?
Fine, I'm sorry for doing that. But I will ask you, with the whole she-wolf thing, Twilight, vampires versus wolves. New Moon is coming out. She-wolf, big great song.
You know why I watched Twilight?
Why?
I didn't know anything about
For Robert
Twilight.
Pattinson, I figured
No. The song was already written. The She-Wolf song was already written, was already recorded, everything. And then the president of my label said, have you checked out Twilight? It's about wolves and about vampires and things. And I'm like, that's up my alley. I mean, where is it? And I watched it. I loved it. I think it's great.
Well, you love the love story in it. You love the fact that...
Love story. I love the love story. And they were great. The acting was great. Yeah.
Are you looking forward to the sequel?
Oh
The
yeah, I
sequel's
am.
coming out soon.
But I love all those fantasy movies. I love Harry Potter. I love all that stuff.
Harry Potter, Robert Pattinson. Harry Potter, Robert Pattinson. We'll let
Harry
everyone
Potter.
know. Harry Potter, sure.
I mean, Harry Potter has been there for how many years? I mean, Pattinson just arrived now. But I've heard he's a great singer and great musician
Yeah,
as
he
well.
does pretty well.
I'm very intrigued.
Which brings us nicely onto the topic of collaborations and tour to end this whole thing. I have to ask, would you ever collaborate with Robert Pattinson on a song?
I've heard he's a great singer
He
and a
is.
great musician. If those rumors are true, yeah, of course. I mean, why not?